Hi, a very good evening to all of you. Today we are going to uh, see this particular question. So let's see the question in detail. This is an opinion question. This opinion question is clearly asking you your stand, whether you agree or disagree to one particular statement. And this particular statement is about allowing people to work after the age of 60. So there are some people who believe that if people are allowed to work after the age of 60, it would cause some problems. So do you agree or disagree? This is the particular question here. So this is an opinion question, actually. So the statement part of the question is here. Some people believe that if the people are allowed to work after the age of 60, it could cause problems. Do you agree or disagree? That's the question part. So we divide the question to two parts, statement part and the question part. So we need to analyze the statement part in detail to get maximum points, explore examples and reasons, and give a clear-cut opinion. So you have the opportunity to answer whether you agree to this thing completely, or you disagree to this thing completely, or you agree to this thing to a greater extent, or you disagree to this thing to a greater extent, or you don't have an opinion on this. You can also present this essay in that way too. So most probably students will tend to agree or disagree. That's around 85 to 90% of the students, they go with agree to a great extent or disagree to a great extent. Very few people go with a complete agreement, a strong agreement. Very few candidates select a strong disapproval. And the rarest of the candidates will stand in between. They have a different opinion. They cannot agree or they cannot disagree, and they are not in a position to make a particular opinion. So it is very difficult to rationalize these things into paragraphs. So I recommend you to probably go with this thing or this thing. So that would be better for you to prove. And this particular question was asked very recently in the first week of November. That's around 2 days ago. Now let's see the question and the way which is to be solved. Now the statement part of the question is represented here in different form. It is argued that increasing the retirement age over 60 can cause some problems. Yes, that's it. Now answer to the second part. I too tend to believe in the same way. You mean I agree to the statement. Albeit the service of some aged eminent personalities is crucial to the society, although we need to consider the fact that the service from the aged eminent personalities is crucial to the society. So in most cases, I tend to believe the same way. Now, that's the thing here. Now we are going ahead with the first paragraph, why you have said you believe in the same way, why you also think that people, when they are allowed to work over the proposed retirement age, it could cause some problems. Now, the impact number one, the most prominent impact which can evolve if people are permitted to work even after the age of 60 is in the field of economy. So the most prominent impact is on the economy. So this is the impact. So it could cause some problems. And the problem number one is economic problems. To be precise, a company can perform better when it employs more number of youth at a comparatively lower salary rather than employing a few old and experienced staffs. Now, I can say an example here. You can say if a company is employing 5 senior staff, the salary which you have to give to them is huge. But you can do the same work, or you can do more work with the help of more number of youthful candidates. That's the thing. More number of youth can be employed, comparatively lower salary. So it is an economic benefit for the company. And this would ease the company's financial liabilities. And if we are employing the youth, the salary which the youth has to get is comparatively very low compared to the experienced people. And it can get enough time to train these inexperienced employees to high-skilled ones. So you have enough opportunity within a year or two. You can make these employees high-skilled employees. So this is what we can see. Now, the second particular paragraph, you can see the second issue which arises is the social unrest. Now, the first we dealt with the economic liabilities, the financial liabilities. The second thing is the social unrest. Many job aspirants would remain unemployed for a longer time if the retirement age is set over 60. This would make them engaged in illegal ways to earn money, and they eventually can become habitual antisocials. More number of unemployed people is also a liability for any government because they have to satisfy them with alternatives or to give them financial incentives. So the problem is social problems. The social problem is that it can increase the rate of crimes. People will be into illegal activities. And it is a liability for the government. You have to satisfy them with alternatives or give financial incentives. That's another social problem there. It's a social responsibility of the government. And there is another paragraph, and this paragraph deals with something else. Why we need senior employees. Admit the fact that the service of experienced people is inevitable to many scientific and technical areas. even if they cross the age of 60, even if they cross the retirement age, we need the service of some of the eminent personalities. However, I believe this implies to a negligible population. Not all are eligible for this thing. Very few people will be serving good in the field of scientific and science and technology. Now, I have to conclude. Even though there are visible benefits, these are the visible benefits. When people over 60 are given extended time to assume their employment designations, I feel in general, it causes some serious negative social and economic impacts. So social and economic impacts, some serious social and economic impacts is the result if it is done. So it causes some problems. I agreed to this thing, though there is an exception here. Now we have come to the end of the explanation. You can look at the question once again and the answer, the introduction, first paragraph, second paragraph. There is a however paragraph and there is a conclusion. In total, I have to see how many words are there in the essay. So we have written 253 words. So our minimum requirement is needed, is crossed. So that's it.